Hey everybody, if we haven't met, my name is Erica, I'm a film composer. This is Toothless, and I wanted to hop on here to discuss all the odd jobs I've worked in the last year and a half since the Hollywood strikes. Because I feel like this isn't really talked about a lot. A lot of film composers or film and television professionals don't really touch on the side hustles that they do in pursuit of their passion. I just want to normalize working side jobs and jobs outside of the industry while you're pursuing your main squeeze. One of my mentors told me it's okay. It's okay to be working at Marshall's while you're living with your parents, while you're trying to pursue film scoring. But yeah, I just want to talk about all the odd jobs I've worked since the strikes in pursuit of film scoring. So let's get started. So since the strikes hit, for me personally, it hit in March of 2023 because that was the last month I worked a network TV show. My position and my show wrapped in March. Little did I know I wouldn't be back. And it took me several months to realize that they're not calling me back. They're not calling anybody back. So from applying lightly here and there, I started heavily applying 6 months in. And I know I should have started applying heavily earlier. I too had that ego and thought that I would have been called back sooner. Off to the main squeeze. First job that I got during the strikes was an open house host, or an open home coordinator, as LinkedIn called it. Basically, I drive around LA hosting these open houses. It's just me unlocking the house, waiting for potential residents to show up, showing them the property, and then locking up in 30 minutes, and driving off to my next house. And this job, I got it on LinkedIn. I got the job with no experience in open houses, and I'm still with this company actually to this day. The next job is pretty hard. I got this job on Indeed, an activities assistant in a nursing home, specifically in the memory care unit. Though this job was really hard, there was a lot of things wrong with the company, and being an activities assistant required a lot of energy and care. It was still rewarding. Out of all the negative things, my favorite part was just seeing the residents and seeing that their days are made because we took the time to spend time with them. I loved giving them big hugs, and I learned how to feed them and move them. Apparently you can't just pick them up by the hand. You kind of have to like scoop them up with your arm from under the armpit. Being an activities assistant required a lot of attention and care, and it was really tiring. And the third job I got while I was an activities assistant, I was a live streamer for a brand selling their products. I actually signed up with a staffing agency through LinkedIn, and they linked me up with this brand who needed someone to live stream for them to sell their products. And that was a lot of fun. Thankfully, with that experience, I learned how to be on camera, how to talk to people. So I feel like if I did an Instagram live or YouTube live stream, it would be familiar. And I did that for a few months from like October or November until March 2023 to 2024. And then they ghosted me. I said, hey, I'm available to stream this weekend. Radio silence. But it's okay. It wasn't worth it. It was like $17 an hour, and I would have to drive 45 minutes for 4 hours. But anyway, it was still a pretty good experience. I got a lot of free gifts from the sweet audience members who bought something and said, that one's for you, Erica. That really touched my heart because they could see how hard I was working to entertain them and like sell them what they wanted. So yeah, it was a fun experience. For me, I try to have fun with everything that I do. Despite the situation being negative, I try to have fun. So after I quit being an activities assistant, and then I lost a social media job, it was just open houses and unemployment. The next job is pretty shady. I found it on Indeed, and they basically targeted us by saying it's a management trainee position with this company that sells products in sales, but really it was a door-to-door job. And after working a 10-hour day that I didn't get paid for except for maybe $30 that I lost the check to somewhere in my studio, did not get paid for it. It was such a waste of time, and it was so tiring. My coworkers were obnoxious as heck. I did not show up to work the next day, but I did text the manager, thank you so much, I don't want this anymore. So even though it was, I guess, legit, there was like a whole team of people dedicated to the art of door-to-door salesmanship. They work so hard to get all these sales that are not guaranteed, blah, 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 blah. It was such a waste of time, energy, and when I got home that day, I just cried to my husband because it was like so frustrating being unemployed. Finding a job was so hard, and then that one just took a toll on me because it was such a waste of time. I felt like so low at a low point, but the next day I was okay. I just needed a good cry. Oh, and then after that, I found, this is probably like the most fun job. I found it on Indeed. It was with a staffing company, and this is the job where I work events. Basically, I found their posting on Indeed. They were looking to staff up for people to work a USC graduation, and after that, that, you had the option to continue with a staffing company if you wanted to work events. Like I've worked the Countdown to LA 28 event, the Kids Choice Awards, a Porsche brand ambassador event, and this recent one, the Montgomery Tech Summit. I mainly do the brand ambassador ones. Basically, you're on an app, they email you, hey, we have openings, we need to staff up for this event. Do you want it? I'm still with this company. Every now and then I work an event every like 1 to 2 months, and it's good extra income, and it's a lot of fun. I run into the same crew, we work together, and every time it's a new setting, sometimes a new team, new faces, and it's always like problem solving. Where is this? Where is that? How are we gonna get that? How are we gonna eat? What do we do if this, and that? We're always on our toes. It's a different setting, and it's really exciting. Who wouldn't want to work like the Kids Choice Award or the Oscars? I heard the Oscars was crazy. I didn't work that one, but I had friends who did, and they were there from 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. the next day. No, thank you. And then after that, I got a contract job with a French karaoke company. I was a quiz maker. I found this one on Discord. This YouTuber called Jesse Hagen, he runs a Discord. And this one guy, he was asking the group, hey, is anybody available to be a quiz maker for our company? I messaged them saying, yeah, I'm available. Let's link up. And then so I was a contractor. It was a lot of fun making questions for songs. You can check it out if you want. It's called Carafun. But sadly, they've paused this project with the quizmakers. The company wants to go a different direction. I haven't worked that job since January, and that's okay. There's more time for YouTube now. And then last but not least, I got my full-time job. I'm an office manager at a law firm, and I've had this job since July of 2024, and it's been a lot of fun. I work with a lot of cool people. I'm learning a lot, and they kind of let me do my own thing. It's basically like being a production assistant, because I order snacks and office supplies for the office, and then I get anything and everything that people may need to do their job. I try to make everybody's job easier, and then I coordinate all the events. Every Tuesdays and Thursdays I coordinate breakfast for the office to eat, and it's just a lot of fun seeing people happy that I brought Paris Baguette or Wingstop. And then every month, whatever holiday it is, I get to decorate and I get to execute end of the month birthday parties. It's a lot of fun. So I just wanted to hop on here and talk about all the odd jobs I've worked since the strikes, because I want to normalize working side hustles and jobs outside of your industry while you're pursuing your main squeeze. One of my mentors from the summer art screen scoring program told me that it's okay to work at Marshall's while living with your parents, while you're still figuring out how to be a film composer. So we should normalize that. And in case there's any ego, or if there's any doubt whether you're on the right path or not, you are on the right path. This is the path. There is no correct way to pursue being a film composer or being a director. It's your story. You write it, you live it however you please, and just do your best to survive while pursuing your passion. And it's really important to normalize this. It's really important to just have faith in yourself, confident, keep your chin up, be positive, and keep charging towards your goal. Just never give up. And we got this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this talk. If you found it valuable, let me know. Let me know all the side hustles that you guys are doing. I just want to check in and let you know all the side hustles I've done. Some of these I'd rather not remember, but I like to look back on them and reflect all the things I've learned. Like, even though I hated being an activities assistant, cleaning up the human feces, I learned a thing or two about taking care of the elderly in the memory care unit. And even though I had such a bad day doing the door-to-door salesman thing in Compton, I don't remember what I learned. I guess I learned how to be a better salesman if I want to go down that path in the future, but I learned something from all of these experiences, and I value learning. I value learning so much that I'm always open to trying something new, and I hope you guys are too. So let me know, let's talk, and I'll see you on the next one.